Welcome to the Comacchio Lagoons. We're inside the Po Delta, a MAB Biosphere Reserve and UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is an environment of rare beauty where narrow embankments and expanses of brackish water stretch as far as the eye can see. The lagoons are one of the most important wetland systems in Europe. In times past, they were the scene of many a guard in pursuit of fish poachers in an atmosphere steeped in fog and ancient superstitions. The Casuni are the typical dwellings of the lagoons where the Volanti lived and worked during the eel fishing season. Before us, a flat landscape stretches into the horizon. We are in the ancient salt flats, over 600 hectares of canals and vast bodies of water used for the production of salt. A colony of over 10,000 pink flamingos reigns over the salt flats, which are one of the most important nesting sites for flamingos in Europe. The reserve is paradise for birdwatchers. There are many observation towers that offer extraordinary sightings. Our journey into the lagoons is about to conclude. To visit them means entering a place that time has left unchanged, where the past, present, and future merge in a setting rich in history and nature. On the horizon beyond the stretch of water, you can glimpse Comacchio and its impressive cathedral of San Cassiano. Here we are in Comacchio. This pearl of a city set amidst the lagoons is built on 13 islands connected to each other by bridges. In front of you is the Tre Ponti, perhaps Comacchio's most famous monument, and a very unique piece of architecture. Carved by the water, Comacchio is crossed by many canals that run through the city as if they were streets of water. Let's board one of the typical boats and enjoy being rocked by the gentle waves as we look upwards to discover the buildings that sit on both sides of the canals. The grand architectural work in a neoclassic style that rises before us is the 18th century Ospedale degli Infirmi, now the Museo dell'Antico. As we look about, we can spot on the other side of the canal the stately Palazzo Bellini, the historical residence that now houses the library, the art gallery, and historical archives of Comacchio. The museum traces the development of the territory and settlements that mark the history of the ancient Po Delta, a hub of commerce and culture, and a crossroads between the Mediterranean and continental Europe. Among the most precious artifacts displayed in the museum is the cargo from the Roman ship, which occupies an entire section on the ground floor. An elegant monumental stairway leads us to the upper floors. The room exhibiting many artifacts from the Etruscan city of Spina bears witness to the life in the ancient emporium. There are cooking utensils, containers used for preserving food, such as the large dolio vase, as well as elaborate grave goods. Comacchio, a trading emporium and very active port of the High Middle Ages, records the traffic towards the eastern Mediterranean. In the section Emporio sulle Sabi, we find the reconstruction of a wharf with the principal commodities that were traded. Here, cloths, salt and spices sit next to a precious pirogue from the 4th century BC. The centerpiece of the museum is the cargo of the Roman ship, rediscovered in 1981 in Valponte, near Comacchio. The ship contained 102 Spanish lead ingots, amphorae from across the Mediterranean, vases, oil lamps, plates, glasses, and many other ceramic objects, some precious, others for common use. Amongst the most unusual and precious finds of the cargo are 6 votive temples, a rare example of religious objects made of sheets of argentiferous lead.